top 15. Can you still take moral victories from a weekend where you go 1-2, but you keep it close?
I don't think so. I think, I mean, of course we understand we did things well. Like I thought a lot of kids made a lot of plays. But at this point, it's like we got to find ways to win. And we're good enough to do that, and our kids know that. And they want the same thing, like a long time ago, we were like, the process, they don't care about the process. They care about the product. And I think we're close. I think we're close on, we're one hit away, or, we're one, Zoe gets into a ball and it gets caught up in the wind, and that ball goes out and then it's 2-2. Like we're right there, we just got to make sure that we're pushing through and we're persevering through some of that like personal frustration or something not going our way. Just keep finding ways to win and being that gritty team.
Is being one hit away the most frustrating place on earth?
It's frustrating, but it's also super awesome, all in the same, because like, you're always wanting to be one hit away, like it's worse when you're getting slaughtered, that's like a hopeless feeling. And this is, you're so full of hope. So that hurts more when it doesn't come through, but you're full of hope because you're good enough. And, and I think this is a little bit of a setback, but, all in a way of like how are we using it to fuel us? How are we using it to move into our next opportunity to play, which is this weekend against Baylor?
I think it's an understatement to say the home opening Big 12 for you has been just brutal in terms of opponents. Where have you made the most strides kind of from the Oklahoma series now?
I think in the circle. I think both Missy Zoke and Erin Edmondson have done exactly what they need to do to keep us in ball games. If we get if we go up 4 hits against a conference opponent, we should win. And that's everything they're doing is keeping us in ball games. And we're really good at the plate. We're very aggressive at the plate. We have a lot of weapons. So, that's exactly what we needed to have happen. And that's exactly what they've done, is really tighten up for us defensively and giving us opportunities to let our offense come through, which they will. We have all year. So why wouldn't we do that? But, you're facing the top pitchers in the country, in Elish or Mariah Lopez, or, the other 2 kids at OU. You're facing the top kids in the country. So it's like, all right, well, then that's our standard. Our standard is to want to beat that and to prepare for that. And, I think we'll get to see them again in the Big 12 tournament, and we're looking forward to that.
You said it was either a week or 2 weeks ago that you're not happy. You're tired of hearing, great start.
Yeah.
You want a great finish. What do you do to have a great finish?
Yeah, I think we got to go back to the small facets of the game. We got to make sure we're moving runners. We're making sure we're bunting kids over or hitting and running and executing on plays that we needed to execute on. And we did that early, and we haven't been so successful at some of that stuff late. And, we tie the ball game with a sac fly on Saturday, which is exactly what we need to do. And then we get into a ball. I think we got to just make sure we're doing the little parts of the game right, like we have been. We haven't been able to execute off of elite pitching, and that's what we have to do. If we want to be the best, you got to be able to execute against the best.
Apologies if maybe this is an ignorant question, but when y'all got off to that fast start and you kind of see the wins racking up, do you feel like the kids put a little more internal pressure on themselves? Like, oh God, we see 16-0, 20-0, 23-0, like, we got to keep this going.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's always a fear of losing something once you have it. And I think, that we got to keep being stronger on the sense of that was never what our pursuit was to begin with. Our pursuit was just to be good. And just to play the game hard. And then you get something and then you're afraid to lose it a little bit. And then you play not to lose instead of just to destroy whoever you're playing. And I think, we're just keep trying to reset ourselves back into just making sure we do the little facets of the game correct. And then we'll be right where we need to be. But, we can't play to lose or not to lose anything. Like, just play to win. Every moment, just play to win, and we're good enough to be able to do that. And I think, when you get some young people in here, which we have a lot of young starters and freshmen and sophomores, we just got to make sure that we are able to control our thoughts and all the things that come with being good. There's a lot of things that come with being good. There's a lot of strings tied to that that we need some more experience in.
Could you just give us a quick scouting report on Baylor?
I think, they have one good pitcher in Sydney Holman, and the kid throws hard, and she tries to beat you on your hands. We've seen her when she transferred from ACU. And, you know, I think Baylor always runs and puts pressure on their defense. Glenn's known to steal, to create as much as possible. You know, I definitely think on paper we're the better team, and we just got to make sure that we play to win. We play to go out, you know, we go in Waco and we play to win. We don't play with any other distractions or anything to lose, you know, that we make sure that we just play the game and just who we are and who we are right now. We learned a lot from early in the year. We learned a lot in conference thus far. We're halfway through conference. Let's finish strong.
I know the common phrase is when people get caught looking forward. Is there also an issue sometimes of looking behind you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dependent on, right? That's when you are your freest. You're your freest self whenever you're at the beginning, right? Like you haven't got beat up a little bit. You haven't failed a lot. You're just free. There's no strings there. And then as you get into the grind of the year, which is the grind, that's what they talk about. That's what everyone talks about, the grind of the year. And you have failure laced in that. You have tired bodies laced in that. And all that's excuses, if you ask me. You know, like for us, we got to figure out how to win. And that means executing on a high stage, keeping it simple, and being the most aggressive ball club. And that's what I believe we'll see on Friday from us.
And then finally for you, where's the biggest growth you've seen even from the start of the season to the girls right now? Is it maturity? What is it?
I mean, I think we've played defensively really soundly. And I think that's what we were missing in the past, is this defensive swag a little bit, and we've kind of always had that offensively, but I think we've really grown defensively, whether that's in the circle or that's just making big plays. Like you watch Peyton Blythe make a huge play that wins us the ball game in Iowa State, and Zoe Jones makes a huge play, and Bree Russell is just a machine over there. You know, I just think what I have seen defensively, we've just gotten stronger and more mentally tough. And we're not giving up a lot of runs. You know, we're losing 2-1 or we're losing 2-0. Like, and we're not losing a lot. You know, like let's not get caught up in that. We're not losing a lot. We have 8 losses on the whole year. Like, come on, we're fine.
And Missy talked about that defensive, and that's something you can attribute to that great pitching as well.
Yeah, I mean they're throwing good pitches and quality pitches, and we're making the play. And we haven't always done that in my tenure here. Like it's been like we'll throw a great pitch and then we'll wobble the ball, you know. And so we've done a really good job not to have compound errors, to me, that we've been able to just secure things out and then go and give us a chance at the plate, and we'll come through.
Where's the biggest place that y'all may have made strides from that Oklahoma series to now that Texas series?
Well, I'm just really glad that's all out the way right now. So now we get to finish the next 3 off with a good home series against Kansas. So I think we can use the first 2 series against Oklahoma and Texas as a little bit of confidence boosters to get going and finish the conference strong.
You guys had a tough weekend at home this past weekend. What are you guys looking forward to going into Baylor this weekend?
I think we've really talked about just being aggressive, first pitch hitting-wise, just coming out there swinging, knowing what she's about to pitch, and just ready to attack. And the same thing as defense is doing this last weekend, just being aggressive, charging everything, and not letting it eat us up.
After this weekend, Coach G said that y'all were feeling a little more like yourselves. How you were at the beginning of the season, does that same feeling going through the locker room?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're all starting to have more fun again like we were at the beginning. We were kind of stressed out when we started conference against Oklahoma, knowing we had to play them right away. But I think we've relaxed a little bit now and are having a lot of fun again.
Coach talked, I think maybe it was last week, about, I'm tired of hearing nice start. I want it to be a nice finish. For you all to have that nice finish, what do y'all need to do?
We just have to keep playing us, play like we did at the beginning, and just continue that through the rest of the few games we have left in the postseason. So I think just being who we are is going to be the biggest thing, and not being aware of who we're playing and just play who we are.